This is Stacy B, your online dietitian for gout with 3E Wellness. I've been thinking about how, as humans, it's natural for us to categorize information coming into our brain. And we have a natural tendency to look at life, both the big and small things, as a battle between good versus evil. And this tends to manifest in terms of food in our tendency and our desire to want to label food as good for me and bad for me. And as long as I am clear on what list is the good for me and what list is the bad for me, I know which side or how to stay on one side or the other. And the truth is that there's no food that is inherently good and no food that is inherently bad for you. Food can just be food. Yet the message that you've probably received over and over again is that there are foods that are bad for gout and therefore bad for you. And one of the foods that tends to come up over and over again in that kind of conversation is seafood. I see it a lot. And I have a different take on this. I don't think seafood is the enemy. And I'm talking to you. If you love seafood and you cut it out because you've been trying to follow this gout diet, but you miss it terribly, I'm talking to you. This message is for you. I hope you are able to let out a sigh of relief. I think that the greatest source of your stress and the thing that's actually keeping you stuck in this cycle of recurrent attacks is that list of bad foods that you're relying on that promised you an easy fix for your gout attacks, but didn't deliver on that promise. So I'm going to briefly talk about a couple of problems with eliminating seafood for gout and what to do instead. One problem with eliminating seafood is that we don't have any scientific proof that there is a causal relationship that eating seafood causes gout. We do not have that research. Instead, the research shows us that a higher intake of seafood is related or associated with higher blood uric acid levels, but that's not the same thing as getting gout or having a gout attack. They're related, but it's not the same thing. One study in particular that showed that people who were already living with gout, if they had higher intakes of omega-3 fatty acid rich fish like tuna, mackerel, and salmon, that they actually had a lower risk for recurrent flares. So there's some conflicting information there. And what do? Basically, what that comes down to is that everyone is different. And this is where working with a gout dietitian can be really helpful, where you can get personalized recommendations based on what's going on with your current situation and what's going to work best for you. And this is also really helpful because general recommendations can only take you so far. And I wish I could give you those personalized information, but I'm just a video right now. Please come work with me one-on-one if you'd like those. But for today, I am going to give you some general guidelines so that you can start taking action today. So if you are a person actively experiencing attacks, and your blood uric acid levels are elevated and above 6 at that point in time, yes, eating an excessive amount of seafood can increase your blood uric acid levels immediately, which then increases your risk for recurrent attacks, or definitely doesn't help you with getting rid of that current attack if you're experiencing one. So in those periods of time, it can be beneficial to manage your portions of seafood, have them be as small as you are comfortable with, and limit the frequency that you are enjoying that seafood. This is not a wholesale elimination though. You can lower your risk by eliminating it, but that's probably not the whole story. I would want to offer you a slight mind shift or perspective change. The thing that's going to bring you a long-term solution is using as many tools as possible to help lower your uric acid levels below 6 and maintain it there. And you can do this in a lot of different ways. The Break Free from Gout program is designed to help you do that. Another problem with eliminating all seafood for gout is that there are so many other things besides seafood that contribute to higher blood uric acid levels. Notably, insulin resistance, which is a state of the body that occurs when the body has prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, excess fat tissue, or heart disease. And eliminating seafood does nothing for addressing the powerful uric acid contributor that is insulin resistance. In fact, missing out on seafood or cutting out seafood could actually cause you to miss out on the beneficial effects that omega-3 fatty acids have on insulin resistance. So instead, I would encourage you to eat in a way that supports in-target blood sugars, helps to reduce excess fat tissue, and allows you to be regularly active. The Break Free from Gout program helps you find your version of eating to achieve this so you can feel your energy improve, see your labs in the target range, and feel comfortable and strong in your body. Seafood is not your enemy. The real enemy are the crystals that have formed in your joints over a long period of time when your blood uric acid levels have been above 6.8. That's the real enemy, and that's what we have to target if we want you to be flare-free for good. The Break Free from Gout program is designed to help give you personalized recommendations, walk you through this 5-step process that builds a lifestyle and eating pattern that supports all of these aspects so that your blood uric acid levels can get below 6 and stay there for the long term. Apply for the program and schedule a free clarity call to get started. I hope you found this helpful, and if you'd like to learn more, subscribe to this channel. Thanks so much for watching, take care, and until next time.